I don't know about every bison producer out there, but there's always typically one bison who kind of is just interesting and different. And that's for us, that's Eleanor. So, and you know, one of the other things that we have to think about is, you know, we want her to be able to breed again. And with him, she needs to be out here with Dunbar. Now, they'll be moved eventually. This whole group, there's only 5 females out here right now, and there's 5 calves, and you got this big guy right here. So there's not that many bison as far as my breeding stock goes here. Mike, what are you doing in here? Are you hanging out? Some of you were asking about the poop and the patties out on some of these fields. Well, why is there so much, or what can you do with it? Well, guys, a couple of good ideas and comments I got from y'all was, can you rake it and spread it out on your field? Yeah, absolutely. We could do that. I think you'd have to go scoop it all up. And then you got to have a machine when you pull behind the tractor to spread it. We don't have anything like that. Never really thought about it too much, but that's definitely something we can do. I really don't want to pick that wet one up, but you know, a lot of this dry material like this one here was used for fire starter for, you know, Native Americans and whatnot. I'm sure some explorers and some of the first pioneers used this stuff for fire starter, and I'm sure across the Great Plains it got pretty dry. You know, it's basically a lot of just dried up material in here, but yes, this would be great if we could spread it out. And why you see so much of it right now is, guys, it's the winter time, and this is part of in Oklahoma when the grass gets a little short and the grass goes dormant. You know, they're feeding in a lot of several of the same places as far as like where you roll out hay. For instance, that's where they're going to spend the portion of their day, is next to that hay. And so what do they do next to that hay that you roll out? They're going to poop and pee next to it, and then they're going to lay in it. If you're feeding right, your animals, they eat a lot of that hay, and you make them eat it. Of course, they'll be nitpicky. They're going to avoid eating the hay that's got poop and pee on it. But what happens, my point is you'll have lots of patties stacked up next to each other. And you can see it right now because the grass is low and the grass has gone dormant. And the bison are kind of cleaning it up. You can see the patchiness here. You may not know it in the summertime, you know, and nobody ever says anything about it in the summertime because we have plenty of grass, and the grass is a lot taller in the summertime. And so you may not ever see the patties. And so a lot of that is because, you know, the grass is taller in the summer. And then in the winter, they tend to, wherever they're grazing or where they're eating hay, that's where you see a lot of it because of their patterns of where they're eating and whatnot. And so that's a little bit of explanation about the poop. But it would be nice to actually spread it out and use it as fertilizer.